Fab! Welcome back to Official Selection. I'm Martha, and we are joined today by Chandradeep Das, who is the director of Jasmine that Blooms in Autumn,
Yes.
a short film which is in this year's Norwich Film Festival under the Life Finds a Way category. Hi Chandradeep, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Amazing. How are you finding Norwich?
Oh, perfect. This is a perfect place for an intimate festival like this.
Have you been before to Norwich or the festival?
No, this is our first time.
Lovely. So how long have you been at the festival? I know before we started recording you said you arrived in the UK earlier this week. When did you get to Norwich?
I arrived on the 6th because my film had a screening at the London Indian Film Festival yesterday. And today morning I took a train to Norwich. And tomorrow we have a screening in Norwich. And then on the 13th I have my film screening in Cambridge. So yeah, we have a host of screenings in the UK.
Wow, that is so exciting. And something I want to talk about is those festivals and those festival circuits. And when you are submitting your film to film festivals, how you go about, or how you personally went about deciding which festivals to submit, and was there a strategy there? And is this the first time that you've kind of done this? And yeah, how did you go about finding out where to put your film in different festivals?
Yeah, every film I think should have a strategy. You can't just go on submitting to all the festivals randomly. So when my film was finished, we showed it to some programmers and producers who suggested these and these festivals. So we had a fairly clear target that we went to a world premiere at either BFI Flair or Frameline, like they're two of the foremost festivals for queer films, and mine is a queer LGBTQ short film. So we had our world premiere, got selected at BFI Flair, and from then onwards the journey has been quite smooth. We won the grand jury at Kashish Pride Film Festival, which is the biggest South Asian queer film festival in India.
Amazing.
Yeah, and we also got selected for the Fribourg Festival in Switzerland, international competition. We have been to Iris Prize, so my film has had a very good reception in the UK.
Wow.
We have been to more festivals in the UK than in India back home.
Wow, that sounds incredible. And it sounds
Yeah.
like you've got so many different festivals that you're going to, which is really, really
Absolutely,
exciting.
yeah.
So where is Norwich in that kind of schedule then? Is this one of the first festivals that you're at, or have you been on the festival circuit with Jasmine that Blooms in Autumn for
We
a
have
minute
been
now?
on the festival circuit, but we are very specific that we won't submit to almost all the festivals. We need to find that niche category of festivals, and Norwich is one of them. So we heard about Norwich from some people in the BFI Flair also. And Iris Prize Festival a couple of weeks ago I was there also. So yeah, these are the festivals which, I felt that film like Jasmine that Blooms in Autumn, which is very subtle, very lyrical, will find a place. And yeah, I'm so happy to be here. The film got selected. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's screening.
Happy to have you here.
Yeah.
I'd love to speak a bit more about Jasmine that Blooms in Autumn and a bit more about the film and the story and what the production was like. Can you tell us a bit about the short and where that kind of story came from?
So I was actually developing my feature film that got stuck due to COVID. And my friend who wrote this story, it was a bit different in the beginning. So he told me that, hey, you have been waiting for long and the feature is stuck. Why don't you make a short film? So I did not have any plans I didn't want to make another short. But I liked the story and I was immediately hooked to it because it dealt with, the story is about a love story that is secretly blooming between two elderly women at a senior care facility. And I was immediately hooked to it because it's an often overlooked narrative. So you're dealing with a demographic whose perspectives are pushed to the periphery. So here they are in the nucleus. And so I thought it was amazing. And we started developing the script. We took like 1 year or so. And it kind of inherently paved the way for us to make a strong commentary against patriarchal repression through the love story of these two women. So yeah, so you're pretty happy with the script. It took us time. And so yeah, and then we finally shot the film. We shot this in 2 days only, and it was around 2023 November, and the entire 2024 we took it for the post-production. So I took a lot of time for the music. I was not satisfied with it.
So only 2 days to shoot it. How was that process?
It was because we did not have the requisite amount of funding you need, even for a short film. It's a very shoestring budget. And if you extend another day, then you have to pay the rentals and everything. So we had to shoot. I remember the last shot of the film was at around 2 a.m. And it was like, we have to take this and have to wrap it up now. So yeah, I could do that only because I had a great team. filmmaking is a team effort. So if you have a great team, you can make a good film. I don't think if you don't have a good team, it'll fall. The entire structure will disintegrate. So
Yeah, and we had this conversation earlier when we were having a chat,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
just curious about speaking about that as well, about what the fundamentals you think of the success of Jasmine that Blooms is Autumn, and what was the main things you think why that worked and you were able to have those 2 days till 2 a.m. and everything kind of ran smoothly, or at least it seems like it did from your point of view.
Yeah, I mean, it did run smoothly, and because all the people who were there, the technical team especially, and the production team also, they were very much intimately connected to the story. So I kind of had this because I had suffered in my previous films. You learn it from experience, and I learned it that you need to spend time with the story with your technical crew and the production crew. So I spent a lot of time, and they understood the story. So they knew the script by heart before we were shooting, and we did a very extensive tech recce, and we had a lot of proper every mood board, storyboard, everything was kind of planned out. Of course, there are certain accidents you don't really count for. It's part and parcel, but that did not hamper anything, and we finished the shoot in 2 days. We did not go over budget also.
Amazing. That is such a great achievement as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
Keeping
yeah.
that in that budget is amazing. And in terms of festivals, how do you find the whole kind of networking aspect of this? Is this a daunting thing for you? Or if you was giving advice to people, would you be like, you need to network with everyone? How do you find being at certain festivals, and what's like, do you find like you need to make the most out of it, or what's the kind of vibe there?
I think the advice I would give, and I think I have understood this, that you must somehow or the other you have to attend the festivals, which is very important. So if you send it to a festival, how big it is, it doesn't matter if you don't go there and represent your film. So I think that is very important, the representation part. So I missed out on BFI Flare, as I was saying, and the person I sent, he lives in the UK, and he went there, and he's not from the cinema industry, so he did not know. And he said there are a lot of people coming to me asking questions about your film, and I had no answer. And they wanted to contact you also. I gave them their email IDs, but I did not receive any email. So if I was present there, then it would have been more. The interaction would have been much more, and that's what filmmakers want. We want to hear what the audience is saying, and so that you miss out on that. And from there on, there are many opportunities that rise. So at festivals, so it was at a festival I met one of the producers of this film.
Would you have done anything different to your festival journey with this current film, which is showing at Norwich? Again, just going from that advice thing of like, was there any lessons with you in terms of that strategy, and how do you go about picking the big festivals with the ones that are maybe a bit more up and coming?
I think when we started, something that was told to me, that when festivals offer you waiver, you always submit to them. But if they don't, you don't submit. So I kind of did not rely on that. I did submit to many festivals. We did not offer waiver, and we got selected also. So again, it's luck. You can't say that this is going to be selected or not. But you must have a strategy that these are the festivals. If you look at their past programs, you can get an idea like these are the kind of films they select. So yeah, those are the festivals you need to target. We did not submit to many festivals at all. So we have been very lucky that we have been gotten into almost more than half the festivals we have submitted to. So yeah, and I have no qualms or compunctions that we did not submit to so many festivals randomly. You might have gotten selected, but you have to take care of the submission fees, which is
Of
very,
course.
for an indie film with a short film, it's very difficult.
What is next for you? Do you have any other films in development? Obviously, you talked about your feature. Is that something that is still in the pipeline for you?
Yeah, it is. We have 50% equity from Hungary.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have Valentin and Andres Muhi. He's one of the biggest producers in the European circuit. He has won a Golden Bear. He's nominated for the Oscars.
Incredible.
So he is there, but we are trying to raise the remaining amount from India, which is a daunting task because, yeah, as I said, it's a very radical feminist film, and it's very difficult to raise money for a feminist film in a highly misogynistic society like India, or a kind of a cinematic culture that we have. It's a very male dominated industry. So yeah, it's difficult to raise finance in India, but we are moving slowly. We have locked in the actor. It's a Hollywood actor. We have locked in the actress also. I can't divulge the name at the moment. So we have fixed the casting, and now we are moving slowly towards that. So this short is giving me the traction, much
Of
traction
course,
that I needed.
and that's really exciting, and you can build up from there, and
Absolutely.
that's amazing. And best of luck with that process. Is there anything this weekend, or whilst you're at Norwich Film Festival, any other screenings that you're looking forward to, or any other events that you're looking forward to as well?
I met a lot of filmmakers here, and they've invited me to their shorts programs. So I just finished watching. That's a beautiful assortment of short films, and I want to watch more shorts. And there are some feature screenings also I'm looking forward to attend. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Chandradeep. It is so amazing to have you here, and best of luck with all your future endeavours.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.